Welcome to the Glenbard Township High School College Fair. My name's Jasmine. I'm going to serve as the facilitator for our session today. We have some amazing schools presenting. Each of our presenters will have approximately 6 minutes to share information to you about their school. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. The first announcement, your camera and microphone are off, so our presenters are unable to hear or see you. Second announcement, you can use that Q&A feature in Zoom to type your questions to our presenters at any point throughout our session today. Third announcement, this is just one of a few different sessions that we're offering, so feel free to visit our registration site to sign up for additional sessions. And finally, this presentation is being recorded. You can access the recording by visiting strivescan.com/Glenbard. With all of that said, I want to go ahead and turn it over to our first presenter from Aurora University.
Hi everyone, thank you for being here today. My name is Candy. I'm one of the freshman admission counselors at Aurora University, and I'm here with my colleague Haley Placina. Today we're going to be talking to you about AU and what it has to offer. Some quick facts that we have of Aurora University here, and some of the most important, is that we are a 4-year private school. We offer more than 50 majors and minors, and those can all be found on our website, and they have really great descriptions of what the program entails and what kind of classes you'll be able to take during your time here. As an alum myself, I will also say that a very important part of AU is that we have a smaller student to faculty ratio, which is about 20-1. So if you're looking for a similar environment like high school in terms of the classroom, AU is definitely a great option for you. Here's a quick picture of our campus. We definitely encourage you to visit because that is one of the best ways to really make sure that you're picking the best fit for you in terms of environment, whether it's big or small school. So our campus is open all year round pretty much, and you can schedule a tour when you are able to come. Within the classroom, we have programs that are already intentionally designed for students to allow them to double major, finish in 4 years, and not to have to pay extra for tuition. This is amazing. I myself was a double major at AU as a psychology and Spanish major. Definitely doable, and it gives you great skill sets additionally from just one major, and it could increase your earning potential after graduation, and you already receive all of that curriculum within your 4 years. It's built in, so you don't have to pay extra, like I said, either. We encourage our students to participate in hands-on experience because experience is really important in the professional world and when you start applying for jobs. So 70% of our students currently participate in some type of experience, whether it's internship, study abroad, and we always encourage that. Some programs have something built in already, and if not, we have professionals that are going to be able to help you navigate whatever type of experience you want to have. Within our supportive community, and we really do like to highlight that word community, is that we have student success advisors that take on essentially the role of a high school counselor and meet with you every single year to ensure that you are meeting your graduation requirements and overall are on a great path to start a meaningful career. Lastly, on this slide, I'll mention that our tutoring and other services are included in tuition already, which is great because that's nothing else you have to worry about paying for.
So at Aurora University, we really pride ourselves on being an accessible education for students, especially financially. So most students pay less than $7,000 in tuition after their scholarships and grants. As you can see, 100% of our freshman students receive some type of merit scholarship, and that scholarship can range from $3,000 to $15,000, and it is a renewable 4-year scholarship. We also have lots of jobs on campus for students to participate in, to earn a little extra money, perhaps for books or to pay off their tuition with, or just to go out and kind of have some fun. So if a student is looking for an on-campus job, we definitely have that opportunity for them here at AU. And then as you're starting the college process and navigating everything, our admission staff and our financial counselors will help navigate that with you. So if it's filing the FAFSA or completing any paperwork that you need to do, reviewing your offer letter and kind of really understanding that final cost, we will do all of that with you. So around campus, we have lots of things for students to do. We host a lot of free events for our students every year. So we do film nights, movie nights on the quad, concerts. We have different things going on both during the day and in the evening that both commuters and resident students are able to participate in. We have currently 6 residence halls for students to live in if they choose to have that kind of full life as a college student, but we are also currently building a 7th resident hall for students. So we'll have probably closer to 700 to 800 students living on campus next year. And then we also have a variety of student organizations for students to participate in. Those range from ones that are academic based that might have a relation to their major. They might be honor society based, or maybe a fraternity or sorority, or even just hobby based and something that a student likes to do for fun. So we really encourage student organizations as an entire campus community because we know that's where students develop a lot of their social skills and their leadership skills, and it's things that they can add to their resume to kind of help them with that post-graduation success. We also have over 20 Division III athletic teams here at AU. So for both men and women's sports, they're really fantastic teams that really support their students and support them first as a scholar. So they're here first to get their education and then both on the field as well. And then some kind of outcomes for our students. So we have great placements for our teachers and finding jobs. We have a 93% pass rate for our nursing students when they're taking that NCLEX exam. And then in our school of social work and our school of business, lots of internships, not just in the state of Illinois, students are doing these, but all across the country, students are doing their internships and completing those. So some next steps, as you're kind of looking at different things that are going on campus, would just be to apply. You can apply anytime during the summer after your junior year. So you can find our application for free at aurora.edu/apply. And then as Candy mentioned, visiting campus is one of the most important things. So be sure to go to aurora.edu/visit to schedule that personalized visit today.
Thank you. Our next presenter is from the University of Wisconsin, La Crosse.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dylan Grippentrog. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I am our non-resident out-of-state admissions counselor for the University of Wisconsin, La Crosse, and I'm super excited to give you a bird's eye view of our campus today. So diving in, there we go. So we're located over in La Crosse, Wisconsin, right on Wisconsin's western border between Minnesota. We're probably about 4 hours away from the Chicagoland area. The city of La Crosse is about 54,000 people, but we have a greater metropolitan population of about 100,000 folks. So we really truly give you that big city amenities with a small town feel. There's a lot of things going on all of the time. And we're located in a super unique part of the state where we're sandwiched right between the Mississippi River and these beautiful hilly bluff areas. So if you want to go out and explore the outdoors, you want to hike, kayak, canoe, fish, this is a great place for all of that stuff. Our campus is that medium-sized university, so we have about 10,300 students on our campus here, most of which are undergraduates though. 9,300 fall within that bachelor's degree category. And with us being a medium-sized school, we have an average class size of 28. So we'll give you some of those large lecture experiences, but most of your classes are going to be in small personalized settings. That way you can really get to know your faculty members and the other students within your program and in your classes. With our programs, we offer over 100 different areas of study, from doctoral programs all the way down to those undergraduate degrees. Our more popular programs are biology. We have 3,000 biology students on our campus, closely followed by exercise and sports science. So if you're looking at sports management, athletic training, physical therapy, anything within the health science field, that's kind of our cup of tea and our bread and butter. Business is a close third. We have all areas of business from marketing, management, accounting, finance, international business, psychology, and education kind of round out that top 5. And we have a number of unique programs too. We're actually the only university in the Midwest to offer an archaeology major. And you'll find some fun ones within like the healthcare field, like nuclear medicine technology or radiation therapy, and some other areas as well. Outside of academics, we are very much we're not a suitcase campus by any means. So our students like to stay here on campus. There's a lot of things going on, whether you're looking at athletics. We are part of NCAA Division III athletics. We have 21 sports teams between men's and women's athletics. And we actually have 71 national championships under our belt, which is in the top 5 of all time for NCAA Division III athletics. If you're not necessarily feeling the D3 sports life, we do have 35 intramurals and club sport opportunities that you can get involved in as well. If you're more of an arts person, we do have a wide range of different arts programming that you can get involved in, from our Screaming Eagles marching band to our theater productions. And there's even some fun arts things like photography, or our head of the art department's a trained blacksmith. So you can go and make swords or katanas or other things like that, should you choose to do so. And outside of those things, we have over 220 organizations on our campus for you all to get involved in, whether you're looking at major specific orgs like psychology club or biology club, or some more fun things like we have a cheese eating club on our campus. Yes, you heard that correct, a cheese eating club. Can't get more Wisconsin than that. There's fraternities, sororities, student government, and so on. So how to apply and hit submit for UW-La Crosse? Unfortunately, we only accept the UW system application, so you'll have to go to apply.wisconsin.edu. This application opens on August 1st, so you can start filling that out. We encourage students to hold off until September to submit that. That way you can work with your counselor and consolidate materials before officially sending in that application. And we do have a February 1st priority date, so we strongly encourage our students to get their applications in before then if you want priority consideration. But we do admit students beyond that date as long as we have space in our residence halls. So just to kind of break down our cost of attendance for you all, as Illinois students, you'd be looking at our non-resident tuition rate. So that's that $25,101 per year. Which I've been told is very affordable in terms of out-of-state, and is comparable to a lot of in-state tuition rates in Illinois. But that includes everything from tuition, meals, your room, and that tuition isn't just paying for classes or the courses you're taking. We include textbooks in there. We include access to our recreational center, our strength training facility, all of our athletic events, access to our healthcare center and our city bus system. So there's a lot of things included within that tuition rate there. We do also only require students live on campus for that first year. So after freshman year, if you want to move off and move into a house or an apartment, maybe save a little bit of money, that's an option for you all. And just a couple other things to highlight and point out. UW-La Crosse is a great university. It's a great school. I'm kind of paid to say that, but don't just take it from me. We've been ranked at top in the Midwest for regional medium-sized universities, and have been ranked for more than a decade in Kiplinger's 100 best colleges and universities in terms of value and the price you're paying. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Here's my contact information and a beautiful picture of myself. So thank you.
Thank you. Our next presenter is from North Central College.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ann Hennigan. I am a freshman admissions counselor at North Central College, also an alum of the college. Today, I'm just going to give you a little bit of an overview. We are a nationally recognized institution, repeatedly ranked one of America's top colleges, located in Naperville, Illinois, which has been ranked #3 among one of the best cities to live in America. North Central itself, we have about 3,000 students call North Central home, with over 28 different states represented, as well as 40 different countries. One notable group on our campus is our Cardinal First program, which is an award-winning first-generation program. Over 40% of our students on our campus are actually first-generation college students, with over 500 students actively participating, as well as alums still continuing to stay involved. So at North Central, we have 27 different intercollegiate sports that you can choose to participate in, with over 40 national championships under our belt. We are Division III, so we are in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. Some notable teams on the left, you can see we won the national championship for football in 2019. We are well known for our cross country and track, and our women's triathlon actually won the national championship in 2019 as well. So like I said earlier, we are located in Naperville, Illinois. There are over 150 different shops and restaurants that you can explore, all while attending class. You know, our campus really bleeds into that area. There's a 2-mile Riverwalk paved path. Events are constantly happening in downtown Naperville, but it's also a very safe town to live in. It's, like I said, been ranked one of the best cities to live in America. We also have the metro station located at the end of our campus, so it's very common for our students to take the train down. It's about a 30-minute express train ride into downtown Chicago to explore the city or to pursue any internship or job opportunities as well. So what does it mean to be a Cardinal? So at North Central, we have over 75 different clubs and organizations that you can choose to participate in. These are some of our highlights. We have a very large esports group, a forensic team, a nationally recognized radio station. So we really encourage our students to get that involvement on our campus just because it's so strong. So in the classroom, you are more than a name. We will have our professors communicate with you constantly. The average class size is about 20 to 25 students, with the student to faculty ratio being a 14:1. Classes are all strictly taught by a professor. There are no teaching assistants, which really kind of provides that mentor-mentee relationship versus a professor and a student. Like I said, they're going to know your name, your strengths, your weaknesses, really kind of guiding you along that path when you are starting to look for those job opportunities in the future. So at North Central, you have over 60 different programs to choose to study. Some of our top programs being engineering, health sciences, marketing, and education. But we have so much more to offer and state-of-the-art facilities that you can choose to pursue your studies in. Some of the facilities include an automation lab, we have a Molex electronics lab, human performance labs, as well as a coffee lab and even a greenhouse on our campus. So for the admissions process at North Central, there's 3 different ways that you can apply. You can apply online on our North Central College website, on the Common App, or Coalition for College Access. So what you need to do for submitting your application is send in your high school transcripts. But one thing to note is that we are permanently test optional. So we do not require you to send in your test scores. However, if you would like to send those in, by all means, we would love to see it. We also have optional information that you can send in as well. Some of that being a writing sample, letters of recommendation, and extenuating circumstances. Once that's submitted, we try to have an admission decision for you within 10 days. So we strongly encourage you to submit any and all materials because it's a pretty quick turnaround. After that, essentially upon acceptance, you will receive a scholarship based off of your weighted GPA in high school. This year, they range anywhere between $20,000 to $27,000. And what's great is that this scholarship will get auto-renewed and auto-applied each year. So after applying to North Central, next steps essentially is filing the FAFSA, financial aid. So that typically happens in October. But what we do with our students is we do a sit-down meeting, whether it's in person or Zoom, and we do a breakdown of the award letter, go over each individual grant and scholarship to make sure that it is as affordable as possible for your family. So then after you go over financial aid, next steps would be submitting your deposit. We have 3 different residence halls for our freshmen. We have an all-female dorm, an all-male dorm, and then a co-ed dorm that is not intermixed. It's divided by floors. And we are currently open for on-campus visits, so we would love to see you anytime soon.
Thank you. Our next presenter is from Indiana University, Bloomington.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jamie Newsome, and I am here with Indiana University, Bloomington. So just a little bit about IU Bloomington. We are a Big Ten college campus. We are a large Tier 1 research institution. We currently have about 35,000 undergraduate students representing all 50 states and over 110 different countries. We currently offer 200 plus majors over the course of 12 separate schools. So the schools here are being listed out as you can see them. Some of our more popular or more well-known schools will include the IU Kelley School of Business, our Jacobs School of Music, which is a conservatory type feel on a Big Ten campus, as well as the O'Neill School of Public and Environmental Affairs. But beyond that, some of the other programs include the Media School, which houses one of the oldest journalism programs on our campus. We also have more than 80 different languages, which is the most of any university in the country. Within the classroom, you're going to be taught by professors. Our average class size will be about 33 students. Just under 6% of our classes will have more than 100 students. So in those classes, you will be taught by a professor, but there will be TAs as well that will take smaller groups to continue to facilitate the conversation. And our student to faculty ratio is about 18:1. So one of the great things about IU is just the ability to belong. Wherever you find your fit, there is something there for you. We have over 750 different student organizations on our campus. That's going to include 55 different club or intramural sports, includes 24 Greek life chapters. Essentially anything that you want to do is going to be available on our campus. But beyond just the student organizations that we do also have a fantastic art scene. We offer over 1,100 different performances and shows throughout the course of each year. A lot of these are done by our Jacobs School of Music students, but this also could be performances that are brought in, either performing artists or Broadway shows that are brought to campus. And then of course, we have some amazing traditions at IU. Our Culture Fest is a big production or a big festival that we put on at the beginning of every year, where we just sort of celebrate all of the different cultures that make up IU. And of course, we are Big Ten athletic, so our students really get involved and support all of our various sports teams that we have on our campus. We are located in downtown Bloomington, Indiana, so we are about 4 hours from Chicago. Bloomington has about 85,000 permanent residents, so it is a small city, but it's incredibly diverse. It has more ethnic restaurants per capita than any other city in the United States outside of New York City. So wonderful opportunity, a great town that really embraces the university. We do require students to live on campus their first year. So that is something that you can do, and you can live on campus all 4 years if that's something that interests you. We have 4 separate neighborhoods that students can choose from, and that could be based on where your classes are. If you're interested in one of our 20+ living learning communities, these are areas where you can live with students who are majoring in the same program as you or who have the same interests. So for example, there is an outdoor education LLC. So what they'll do is they'll plan outdoor events and allow you to go out and really kind of connect and bond over those shared interests. I mentioned earlier that we have over 80 different foreign languages offered at IU Bloomington. We are number 5 in the country for participation in overseas studies or study abroad. We have 380 of our own overseas programs in 80 different countries and in 20 different languages, including English. So how to apply to IU Bloomington? We accept either the Common Application or the Apply IU app. So you're welcome to select either one, but you need to only pick one. What you need to send to us are your online application, your IU specific essay, your official high school transcript, or your SAT or ACT scores. We're also permanently test optional, so whether or not you submit your scores is completely up to you. We will accept self-reported test scores. You can put those test scores on your application, and we will accept those for the purposes of admission. So we have two deadlines. The most important one that I'm going to really stress is our November 1st deadline. So this is our early action. It is a non-binding deadline, which means that if you are admitted under this early action deadline, you are not required to attend IU Bloomington. But this is our scholarship deadline. So this is for highest scholarship consideration. So it's really important that you have your application on file and complete by November 1st. Our regular admission deadline is February 1st. So some of the things that we're going to be looking for when we review your application, so we're going to be looking for at least 34 college prep courses. We're going to be looking for your SAT or ACT scores if you decide to submit them, your GPA, and we will take either your weighted or your unweighted GPA, whatever your school sends to us, and then obviously the application essay. For the middle 50% for 2021, you can see here, those were the test scores and the GPA for those students. If you apply by November 1st, you'll hear back by January 15th. If you apply by February 1st, you'll hear back by March 15th. And then, as I mentioned, November 1st is our scholarship deadline, or the application for highest scholarship consideration. Our Dean Scholarship will range between $1,000 and $11,000 for our out-of-state students. And then beyond that, you could also potentially be selected for the selective scholarship application. This is a application that is invite only. So please make sure that if you do receive that, you do fill that out. And then obviously we would love to have you visit. So please feel free to reach out. And we are offering on campuses at this point. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jamie. So we are approaching the end of our presentation for today, but I do have a few closing announcements. As you exit from this session, a survey will appear. It's approximately 5 questions or so, but please complete the survey. It's extremely helpful as we aim to improve our virtual college fair offerings in the future. I also want to remind you to sign up for additional sessions by visiting the registration site. And finally, you can access this recording by visiting strivescan.com/Glenbard. With all of that said, I want to thank our amazing presenters for joining me, but also thank you to all of our attendees. I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.